Hey, it's Sizzling Popcorn. In this video, we're going to take a look at how you can use this haptic vest, the Woojer Vest 3 in iRacing. We'll look at how to set it up, get it ready for iRacing. Then we'll take a look at the good, the bad, and the ugly, and with a final recommendation of whether you should get this or not to enhance your sim racing experience. All right, now let's get started. So before the first use, we're going to charge up the Woojer Vest 3. We've got a USB-C cable. We also have a USB-C to USB 3 connector. We've got our power plug and the adapter, depending on the region you're in. And they give you several different adapters so that whether you're in Europe or South Africa or North America, I'm in North America, so I've got that adapter on. Put the USB-C into the back of that, then plug it into the wall. And then we're going to use the other part of the USB-C, plug that into the back of the vest, which is where the battery pack is. And we'll flip it around. We'll see that the green light is illuminating. So that's showing that the battery is charging. And you can actually wear this vest wherever. You can go out for a run with this vest on. You'd look a little stupid with it. Now that we've already got this charged up, we'll unplug it. We'll unplug the USB-C cord out of the power. Put that into the USB-C connector. And what we'll do is that USB-C, plug it into a powered USB hub. And then the other part, we'll plug that into the front of the vest. And now let's go into iRacing and set that up. So just before we get into iRacing, what we're going to do is we're going to take the USB-C, so the Type-C part. The other part, the other side of this is USB-C, but we've put that into the USB 3 connector. And that is plugged into a powered USB hub that's plugged into the computer. So what we're going to do is we're now going to take the USB-C part and we're going to plug it into the vest. And then it's now connected. And I already had this powered on. So that's completely fine. You can always press and then it shuts it down. And then you can just press again. It'll start right back up. So the thing is with iRacing, you're going to want to have it plugged in. You can do it by Bluetooth, but the thing with that is you could end up losing signal, and then that just becomes distracting throughout a race. The other thing is there is an output. So there's an output jack for your headphones. But don't plug it in there. Plug your headphones into the PC. Have all your audio going through to your headphones. Because we're now going to go into iRacing. And I'll show you exactly what you can do here. Because what we're going to do is we're going to send all the low frequency stuff into the vest. And everything else will go to your ears. Because what I find is if you put the output from the vest to your headphones, the sound quality is not the greatest, and then you can't really adjust it other than the volume. So let's go into iRacing. Now that we're in a session in iRacing, it doesn't matter if it's a practice, time trial, a race, AI, it doesn't matter. As long as you have the options, we're going to click on options. Then you're going to click on miscellaneous. You're going to enable the LFE, so that's your low frequency. And then you're going to put the device as the speakers. It'll pop up as Woojer Vest S3. And you see I've got other options there. And then here you can assign a button to make increase the volume or make it quieter. However, you also have that here where you can increase the volume or decrease it. And then you also have the sensitivity, so that the haptic feedback, you can increase it or decrease it right on the vest itself. But then here in iRacing, you can actually change you can actually have it as a minus 10 decibel cut. So it will reduce everything by 10 decibels. So nothing will be able to go spike above that. But you can also change the main volume, game audio, impact, engine, gear, rev limiter, rumble strip, wheel slip, and road texture. So this is what I have it as. The thing is if you don't connect it this way, what will happen is the vest will pick up on all audio. So then you could have, like, you could be on Discord racing with a teammate, and they're talking, and they have like the vest will pick up the low frequency from their voice and start giving you like force feedback, and you don't really want that. Because like I've also tried this in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and it wasn't good because in Microsoft Flight Simulator versus iRacing, you've got the low frequency where you can separate that from the rest. Because when we go to the sound here, everything is going to the headphones, but just the low frequency is going to the vest, and so Microsoft Flight Simulator doesn't have that. So all the sound goes through, and in that case, you have to put the headphones as your output from the vest rather than from the PC. With that, let's go around and see how this works. All right, so we're here at the Nürburgring. This track's like a roller coaster, so it's all up, down, windy, bumps, everything. So it's a great place to try this out. But one thing I noticed right away is that these two pucks here in the front, they're actually not really on me. Even though like I can tighten this, but when I tighten it, it actually brings it in closer. And really, half of those pucks aren't even on my body. They're like in the air kind of thing. So, yeah, it's... And then the other thing is the bottom strap, it wants to lift up. Like when I first started off, it was just above the belly button, and now it's like riding up just below the chest. So it's, although they say it's one size fits most, from medium to I think like 3 or 4 XL, it's not really the most comfortable, especially when you're sitting down. When you're standing up and like walking around, that's fine. Or I'm not exactly sure about running, but to me, you would just look ridiculous going out for a run with this on. And it's like, why do you need to have bass and like haptic feedback to listen to music while you're running? I don't know. But let's just go out here. And like, I've got it, so I've got the motor, like RPM, but I also have the shifting, which I really like. It's actually something I really like that obviously without any haptic feedback, I wouldn't have. On my current Fanatec pedals, I actually have haptic feedback. There's little tiny pucks behind the pedals, which came standard, and so I can feel more so going on to the curbs. But this, I actually like the feeling, and I like it better than having nothing. Because like here you've got that one doesn't really rumble, but this one up here should rumble a lot more. Yeah, I can yeah, really feel it, but it's a little off-putting that these pucks on the top are not really on my body. They're a little lifted off, like half of them. And I'm not really focused on driving the best here. It's more so trying to get some feeling. But I do enjoy the feeling, but it does seem weird that it's all in my upper body. I like the shifting, up and down shifting, and just like how the noise ends up getting louder if you're missing your shifts. Well, that force feedback is actually much harder than because it's a louder noise. It comes back to you much stronger. So yeah, what we'll do here is I've got post-production video, but now this is post-production, and I'm now realizing, hey, all right, this is how we're gonna do it. But let's go into the pros and cons of how this works. The Woojer Vest 3 works in iRacing. Let's go to that. So pros, it's quiet, it doesn't vibrate the floor. So especially for people that live in an apartment, or you know, where your rig is, it's close to the bedroom, and you don't want your spouse to, you know, wake them up. You know, if you need to be quiet, this is a great solution for that. It can be used for movies, music, or games without additional software. While the buttkicker, if you want to play like Flight Simulator, well, you need certain software. If you want to do iRacing, you need different software, or you can get the two together. Yeah, so there's no additional software. There is an app for your phone so that you can connect. That way you can put music through and make a few adjustments on the audio. But when it comes to the computer, yeah, there's no additional software. That is also a downside because it will take everything from the audio, except for like iRacing, where it's great at is that it's able to siphon out the low frequency, and that's because of the iRacing settings. And then you have all the regular sounds go output to your headphones. It is lightweight, and it also has up to 8 hours of gaming on one charge. But now let's flip over to the cons. So cons, it does take in all the sounds unless you can filter out the low frequency. Wearing something it's not really that comfortable. Like, again, like as I'm speaking right now, it's actually starting to ride up on me. You can't use and charge it at the same time. So when you have it plugged into the PC, you're plugged into the front, but the charge you have to be plugged in the back, and you can't plug it in the back in order to use it. So yeah, that's a tough one. It takes a few hours to charge, which, yeah, it's understandable. It's a battery pack. Yeah, it doesn't work great at all in Microsoft Flight Simulator. You would need FS Realistic in order to send the FS Realistic sounds out to the Woojer, and then all the in-game sounds you would send to your headphones. But FS Realistic, it's not going to give you the realistic sounds, and I don't think you can actually have it going out to both the Woojer and your headphones. Well, but you would be able to get your headphones sounds from the game, but not FS Realistic. And if you do want to go for a walk or a run and listen to music, you're gonna look ridiculous with this on. Like, you know, it could also look like one of those like hiker backpack kind of thing. It is lightweight, but there's like no pockets to put anything. And again, you'll just look stupid with a bunch of transducers just hanging off your body. And then the last thing is it's quite pricey at 727 Canadian, over 400 US. That brings me into the final recommendation. Without having tried them, I would say save your money for a butt kicker or a DIY 4 to 6 transducer. I can't even say the word solution. And if you're in an apartment, go with the Next Level Racing's HF8 haptic gaming pad seat, which is about half the price of the Woojer Vest 3. It's you know, I think for me, I'm not going to continue on with this. I would rather see the butt kicker, but really, even better, the 4 pucks, the 4 transducers, and so that I can then give the haptic feedback, set that up so I can get it. So when I'm on the curb on the right side, I get the feedback on the right side versus the left side. And but yeah, let me know in the comment section below. Have you used the Woojer vest? And if not, have you used any of the other solutions out there for iRacing, the butt kicker or the DIY setup? Let me know how that's working out for you, because again, I'm looking to go more towards that than this vest. I do want to thank Woojer for sending me this vest, but in the end, it's not cut out for me. Hey, by the way, this was an honest review. Yes, Woojer sent me this vest to try out and to do some videos with, but you know, you have to be honest. And even though I got it for free, I'm telling you the truth. I don't really like. There are some points that I like, but really, I wouldn't recommend this. And I'll be looking for another solution for my specific needs. But thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.